understand, Vince? You just give these people what they want. They're watching us through this thing.
You bet. Did you ever remove any NSA ciphers from the communications? Ciphers, pilot Twixes?
Welcome back to Hollywood Secrets. Today, we're diving into the 1980s, a decade known for blockbuster hits and iconic franchises. But beyond the big names, there were many films that didn't get the recognition they deserved. These hidden gems have stood the test of time and are just waiting to be discovered by a new generation of film lovers. Let's count down the top 10 most underrated movies of the 1980s. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into cinema's hidden treasures. To Live and Die in L.A., 1985. Directed by William Friedkin, To Live and Die in L.A. is a stylish and gritty crime thriller about a Secret Service agent, played by William Peterson, who becomes obsessed with catching a counterfeiter, portrayed by Willem Dafoe, after his partner is murdered. Despite its intense action sequences and bold storytelling, To Live and Die in L.A. was overshadowed by other crime films of the decade. Friedkin's direction and the film's unflinching portrayal of moral ambiguity make it a standout that deserves more attention. The film's influence can be seen in later crime dramas, particularly in its depiction of morally complex characters and its use of Los Angeles as a character in itself. Manhunter, 1986. Directed by Michael Mann, Manhunter is the first film adaptation of Thomas Harris's novel Red Dragon, introducing the world to the character of Hannibal Lecter. The film follows FBI profiler Will Graham, played by William Peterson, as he hunts down the serial killer known as the Tooth Fairy. While Manhunter received critical acclaim, it was not a commercial success and was later eclipsed by The Silence of the Lambs. Mann's stylish direction and the film's psychological depth make it a must-see for fans of the genre. Manhunter has since gained a cult following and is now recognized for its innovative visual style and its influence on later crime thrillers and TV shows. Blowout, 1981. Directed by Brian De Palma, Blowout is a political thriller starring John Travolta as a sound technician who accidentally records evidence of a political assassination. The film is a gripping and suspenseful exploration of paranoia and conspiracy. Despite its critical praise, Blowout was a box office disappointment. Its complex narrative and dark themes may have been too ahead of its time for mainstream audiences, but it's now regarded as one of De Palma's best works. Blowout has influenced numerous filmmakers and is often cited as a quintessential example of 1980s paranoia thrillers. The Stunt Man, 1980. Directed by Richard Rush, The Stunt Man stars Peter O'Toole as a megalomaniacal film director who manipulates a fugitive, played by Steve Railsback, into performing dangerous stunts for his film. The movie blurs the line between reality and illusion, creating a unique and surreal experience. The Stunt Man received critical acclaim and multiple Oscar nominations but didn't achieve widespread popularity. Its unconventional narrative and themes may have been challenging for mainstream audiences. The film is now considered a cult classic, admired for its commentary on the nature of filmmaking and the illusion of cinema. Cutter's Way, 1981. Directed by Ivan Passer, Cutter's Way is a neo-noir thriller about a disillusioned Vietnam veteran, played by John Hurd, and his friend, portrayed by Jeff Bridges, who become embroiled in a murder mystery. The film is a haunting exploration of post-war trauma and moral decay. Cutter's Way was largely overlooked upon its release, overshadowed by other films of the early 1980s. Its slow-burning narrative and focus on character rather than action may have contributed to its initial lack of recognition. The film has since been rediscovered and is now praised for its atmospheric storytelling and strong performances. It's a hidden gem in the neo-noir genre. Local Hero, 1983. Directed by Bill Forsyth, Local Hero is a charming and quirky comedy about a Texas oil executive, played by Peter Riegert, who is sent to a small Scottish village to buy out the town for an oil refinery. As he becomes more attached to the village and its eccentric inhabitants, he begins to question his corporate mission. Local Hero was well received by critics but didn't achieve widespread popularity. Its gentle humor and offbeat charm may have made it difficult to market to a broad audience. The film has gained a devoted following over the years and is now appreciated for its warmth, wit, and beautiful cinematography. The Long Good Friday, 1980. Directed by John Mackenzie, The Long Good Friday is a British crime thriller starring Bob Hoskins as a London gangster whose criminal empire is threatened by unknown enemies. The film is a tense and violent exploration of power and betrayal. While The Long Good Friday was successful in the UK, it didn't receive the same level of attention internationally. Hoskins' powerful performance and the film's gritty realism make it a standout in the crime genre. The film is now regarded as one of the best British crime films of all time, influencing later works in the genre with its depiction of the criminal underworld. After Hours, 1985. Directed by Martin Scorsese, After Hours is a dark comedy about a mild-mannered word processor, played by Griffin Dunne, who experiences a series of increasingly bizarre and nightmarish events during a single night in New York City. After Hours was a departure from Scorsese's usual fare and didn't receive the same attention as his other films. Its surreal and chaotic narrative may have limited its initial appeal, but it's now considered a cult classic. The film has influenced later dark comedies and is appreciated for its unique tone, sharp humor, and depiction of urban alienation. Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters, 1985. Directed by Paul Schrader, Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters is a visually stunning biographical film about the life of Japanese author Yukio Mishima. The film interweaves scenes from Mishima's life with dramatizations of his fictional works, creating a complex and layered narrative. Despite critical acclaim, Mishima was not widely seen, partly due to its challenging subject matter and unconventional structure. Its blending of biography and fiction may have made it difficult for some audiences to connect with. The film is now hailed as a masterpiece of biographical cinema, admired for its bold visual style and exploration of the relationship between art and life. The Falcon and the Snowman, 1985. Directed by John Schlesinger, The Falcon and the Snowman is a political drama based on a true story, starring Timothy Hutton and Sean Penn as two childhood friends who become involved in espionage during the Cold War. The film explores themes of betrayal, loyalty, and disillusionment. Despite strong performances and a compelling story, The Falcon and the Snowman didn't achieve the same level of recognition as other Cold War-era films. Its subtle approach to the espionage genre may have contributed to its initial underappreciation. The film has since gained a reputation as a solid and thought-provoking thriller, and it's a must-see for fans of political dramas. The 1980s were a decade of big blockbusters and cinematic spectacles, but as we've seen, there were also many films that didn't get the recognition they deserved. These underrated movies offer a diverse range of genres and styles, from gritty crime dramas to surreal comedies, and they each bring something unique to the table. Be sure to check them out and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Hollywood Secrets for more.